This is DMG and welcome to 70 System, and this is another monster video. We can talk about something vile, disgusting, hideous. Enough about me, let's talk about the carnivorous pod plant. Carnivorous pod plant, a monstrosity that lurks in the corner, waiting to feed upon you. The carnivorous pod plant is an eating machine. It waits patiently for meals to just walk past its lair, surviving for centuries in mindless hibernation. This plant is a scourge in the dark places of the world. Carnivorous pod plants are massive, especially the older ones. Their ability to essentially hibernate and slowly digest their last meal ensures their longevity. A giant central pod with extremely hard carapace-like leaves encase the central digestive pit. From its base extend a multitude of tentacles that act independently and are used to ensnare and subdue passing creatures. The tentacles are tough and covered in sharp thorns that easily grip any victim they catch and drag them to the digestive pit that sits atop a pile of undigested bones expelled after years of digestion. The pod is big enough to contain up to 3 human-sized creatures at once. The tentacles can stretch across many areas near the plant, creating a tripwire-like trap. A distant relative of the insectivorous plants like Carnivorous fly snapper and the Spiridian cricket stabber, these giant pods are relatively rare. Little is written about the plant by survivors, mainly because there are few that survive the encounter. The little that is written by herbalists and botanists tends to be about dead pods found in the nether wastes. There is no literature on how these monstrous fiends reproduce at all, leaving them to be a complete mystery. When a pod is encountered, it tends to be in a dark and dismal location, usually ruinous. They have also been found in swamps and bayous. As they are carnivorous, it is speculated they could be encountered anywhere where there could be food. However, the pods are rooted to their location. They do not move, or they have not been seen to move. The spines and thorns on the tentacles inflict a paralyzing agent to the ensnared victim, making them a lot more pliable and easy to drop into the digestive pit in the central pod. While this plant has no brain and merely reacts on instinct, it does act in a seemingly maniacal fashion when encountered. The tentacles thrash about wildly as they attempt to ensnare the nearby prey. No one has ever discovered more than one plant in a location, adding to the mystery of their reproductive cycle. What is known is that the larger the plant, the older it is. The older the plant, the more dangerous it is. Each tentacle acts as an individual creature with the sole purpose to ensnare and roll up to the pod and deposit the victim into the digestive pit. Usually a party would encounter a tentacle first, laying against the wall. Once within proximity, the tentacle will immediately attempt to ensnare the closest target. Other tentacles will begin to appear around corners and from crevices and in the ceiling. Any ensnared victim is paralyzed with the poisonous thorns and rapidly dragged through the area of the encounter towards the pod. Once at the pod, the victim is raised above the leaf carapace, which opens like a hideous flower with sharp thorn-like teeth. The victim then drops into the foulest smelling pool of digestive juices, beginning a horrifying death as they slowly digest over several days. If you're enjoying these little monster videos, consider supporting me on patreon.com/70system. Check me out on Facebook and Twitter /70system. And of course, subscribe and click the bell when you want to receive notifications of when these videos come out on Monstrous Mondays. I will see you in the next one after you click the like button.